Joining us right here in the studio with us to further get an insight into what this particular arrangement or agreement between the federal government via the NNPCL and, of course, Dangote Refinery is an oil and gas expert talking about Afolabi Davidson. He's the Vice President of Oil and Gas Trainers Association of Nigeria. Thank you very much for finding the time to be with us.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yes. The last time we spoke was through the phone, and really very insightful discussion we had with you as well. Now, looking at this particular directive from the federal government or President Tinubu in terms of direct supply to Dangote's refinery, I think 450,000 barrels per day, which is the agreement, you know. Hitherto, a lot of people had this hope that the Dangote's refinery will be able to allow Nigerians buy the product at a reduced price, not what we currently buy, you know. And then we're hearing all of this together, you know. My first question is, with this right now, because I do know that if this didn't come in, this agreement, I mean, if Dangote has to sell in the open market, it might be 1,300 naira for Nigerians, which of course, we can't find that affordable, you know. But with this now in play, how much do you think Nigerians will be buying the products if Dangote rolls out, as he said, in mid-August?
Very interesting question. So first of all, let's try and parse through the statement by the president.
Okay.
The 450,000 barrels that is being sold is not just for Dangote Refinery.
Okay, so for all the
That's for the domestic crude oil consumption.
Okay.
So all of the refineries will have to share that 450,000 barrels. So that's on the one side. And in addition to that, one of the other things that was said in that statement was that Dangote can now buy, and all of the other refineries can buy in naira. But it wasn't specific as to how much. Could it be that they would be buying at the exchange, the prevailing exchange rate? So, for instance, because crude oil is sold in dollars, it's marketed in dollars globally, all of the production factors that go into extracting the crude oil, all of that is done in dollars. So if you're going to be paying in naira, you would have to pay at whatever the price is on the global market and use the prevailing exchange rate in naira. So there's an issue of, are they going to buy at what NNPC is selling, or is there going to be a markup, which is what Dangote has been crying about? But regardless of all of those other factors that affect this decision, it is a good thing that the refineries will be able to buy in naira, because then it helps us in Nigeria in that there will be a lesser demand for the dollar. And thereby, we would have
strengthen the naira?
Yeah, stability in the value of the naira. It can even increase the value of the naira. So that's one side of the equation. By the time Dangote refines, or all the other refineries, they refine, where does the product go? Who buys the product? Dangote, of course, would want to be able to sell to Nigeria. But they don't have to. They can still export. 650,000 barrels is the capacity of the Dangote refinery alone. Okay. I think with the other refineries, local refineries, not even counting the NNPC-owned refineries, the four, 450,000 barrels is really nothing. It would not be enough to, so they will still have to import crude oil so that they can operate at the maximum capacity.
That's Dangote's refineries?
Dangote and all of the other refineries. Okay. Right now, Dangote is not operating at full capacity. So, but let's just assume that they operate at some level of capacity and they're able to supply. By the time they supply to Nigeria, they should be able to meet whatever the current rate of PMS, what we pay at the pump, is 610, 650.
Yeah, of course, NNPC's
Yes.
price gauge is about
Exactly.
680 naira.
Exactly. So they should be able to either come at that level or lower, than that. So that would be an added advantage for the average Nigerian.